Hello Aries, how are you doing? So I'm going to be doing a reading for March the 1st, which lands on a Monday. It makes me really happy to have that kind of neatness to it to the 7th. So we'll just be finding out what's going on, some general juju. This is just a general reading as well, so if you don't like it or it doesn't resonate, that's fine. Just go and find another video that maybe does resonate for you. So obviously we've got a full moon on the 27th, Saturday. This is going to be a very interesting moon because Pisces kind of brings to forth some interesting feelings, some feelings of addiction and obsession and kind of emotional healing from trauma. So it's going to be kind of an interesting impact on all of the signs, but we're going to look specifically at what's happening for you this week. And I get the vibe generally astrologically, this is going to be a bit more of a positive week for you guys. You know, you're feeling more raring to go as well. So let's get some messages from the tarot for Aries. I'll pick those up in a minute because I know there'll be more that flies out. Okay, Ten of Wands in reverse. Okay, so the sense that there isn't something with a conclusion. Okay, almost there's a problem that we can't solve. Again, linked to some element of emotional trauma. The Hanged Man in reverse, okay, so this unwillingness to transition, and Six of Wands in reverse, okay, so this kind of unwillingness to transition isn't doing us any favours, okay. Knave of Swords in reverse, okay, so again, we just can't penetrate something, we can't get through to something. Okay, so the other cards that fell out were the Tower in reverse, the Magician, and the Lovers. Super interesting there. Okay, because we've got that Lovers card, I'm just going to pull a love card for those that are interested. Obviously, if you're not, just ignore this. New love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. Okay, so this is really good. Also, I get the general sense as well that if you are engaged at the moment, this is a really good time to speak to your family members about helping you out with the wedding because they're going to be really advantageous to you, okay? Because there's a sense this week that doing things alone might not be the way to go. So yeah, new love. New person has stirred your romantic feelings, which is always really exciting. And obviously that Lovers card as well works together. This is also a really good sign with that Magician card that you can manifest love into your life. So if there's a specific person in your life that you're wanting to manifest, this is actually a really good sign. So what I like the most about the Lovers card is that it's not only that Gemini kind of spirit of being able to, you know, be flexible, but it also senses to me that if there's a third party, which I think I mentioned in the last week's reading, there's a third party, this is a really good sign that you're able to manifest and push through that, okay? And previously you might have felt that you haven't been able to do that because of that Knave of Swords in reverse, which is again the sense that you haven't been able to penetrate through to something, you haven't been able to get through to somebody, or in some way things haven't been as active as you would have liked. Okay, so on the love front, looking really good. And again, as I said, if you've got a wedding coming up at some point, really good time to ask family members for help. We've also got the Tower in reverse, and we've also got this Ten of Wands in reverse, okay? So when I put these two together, this is very powerful energy, okay? The Tower in reverse is actually, you know, that's not as bad as it being upright. So that's not like, oh my God, everything's going to shit. This is actually okay. But again, there's a sense that there is no problem being resolved. So it might be that there's an experience in your life that, you know, is still a little bit in limbo, okay? And a lot of these reversals suggest this kind of state of being in between, okay? So, but in the Tower card, when you have upright, all the people that are falling from the tower, okay, they fall, but having it reversed, they rise up. So it's like going up. And what this card tells me, and with the Magician card, is that you can manifest your way out of the kind of misery and feeling like there isn't a sense of conclusion, okay? But also, this is telling you, do not let people, not manipulative people, get the better of you, okay? Because you have more knowledge and power than any of them. You're an Aries, you're a warrior spirit, okay? So you don't need to let other people manipulate you and sway you, okay? Or deceive you in any way. Also, we've got midweek, we've got Jupiter. Your Jupiter placement is very prominent because it makes you feel more sort of gluttonous. It makes you feel like you want to, you know, eat more foods that aren't good for you, not wanting to exercise, perhaps indulging in things that you shouldn't do. Mixed with this Pisces kind of era that we're in, it's going to be difficult because that means that you'll feel more swayed to the things that you're addicted to, like coffee, chocolate, you know, sweets, people, anything that you would define as addictive or quite that you're quite attached to. And so you might not be successful with routine. So the Six of Wands in reverse, you might not be successful with trying to keep yourself on a diet, if we want to call it that, or, you know, a lifestyle plan, or any kind of thing or routine that you've dedicated yourself to. And that Knave of Swords, again, is this idea that you're not feeling as active and as vigilant with that. So to start the week off, it's going to be quite exciting because we're moving fast with this motivation. We're wanting to get excitement with love, but to midweek, this Jupiter influence really makes us feel more gluttonous and bogged down. There is a sense of, feeling like transitioning and changing isn't what we want. This Hanged Man in reverse, it's like we are resistant to that change. And it might be because we are scared of failure. You know, if we put these two cards together, it might be that we're scared of failure. But it's also because we can't see the resolution in sight. We can't really see that conclusion. And so why would we want to jump into something which we don't know what we're doing, okay? Just because you're bored doesn't mean that you should do something that you might later regret, okay? And there is some sense of regret this week, that you have to be careful with doing things that, you know, you probably normally wouldn't. You know, you're letting your self-control sort of slip aside, for example. You know, the last couple of days there's this negative moon which kind of influences us to feel more detached. Actually, I mentioned attachment being a thing, but also detached in the way of responsibility and, you know, and wanting to actually be more active and vigilant. And so we feel more sluggish and, again, not wanting to finish things. It might just be as simple as not wanting to put your laundry in the hamper, not wanting to do simple things because it feels like a burden, okay? And there's a sense of this burdensome ideology, especially with this Tower in reverse, you know, wanting to kind of strip this burden away. But generally, it doesn't look like a bad week at all. A couple of influences on you, but, you know, again, this is your life and you can control it in any way you want. And also for anybody who's interested in, you know, love, new love and the Lovers card, so that is looking good as well. And eventually we've got this Magician card as well, so things will manifest and work themselves out. But again, that word self-control is important. We can't manifest effectively if we don't have control on what we're trying to manifest, okay, and emotions. So I hope you enjoyed that reading. If it resonates, that's really great. Please like and comment if you did like it, and I'll see you soon. Bye guys.